Hello, Malik Currington here, Family Budget Fisherman. Thank you for tuning in to another episode on this channel. As you saw in the description and in the thumbnail of this video, I'm doing an unboxing again from Omnia Fishing of a rod that, in my lineup, a little bit controversial. It was a rod I initially wasn't interested in purchasing. Well, let's talk about it. Stay tuned. Well, hello. Welcome once again to the channel. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead on and do this unboxing so that we can see for the first time on this channel what we got here. Now, what I should have, by the way, my trusty, I call it a beak knife from Cutco. There's a formal name for it, but I just call it a beak knife because it looks like it's got a beak. All right. So this is what should be in here. Should be an Expride spinning rod. Okay. I got to do it from the other side. Let me go ahead and go from this way. Let's forget about that. And so, yep. Here we go. This is the 2022 model of the Expride, commonly called the Expride B, so that there's no confusion apparently. Let's get it out of this plastic case. I have to say to Omnia, thank you for delivering it so quickly. I ordered this thing earlier in the week and got it by yesterday when I came home from church. It was sitting in front of my door. That's less than 7 days it took from order to arrival, which is pretty impressive. So I present to you for this channel. Now, these have been out for a little while, but you will just now start to see people with their on the water reports. But I'm presenting to you in this channel the Expride B. This is the 2022 Expride by Shimano. And as you know, the Shimano Expride is a very, very popular rod in their lineup. I would probably say in terms of the lineup of the rods after the NRX in terms of popularity is the Expride. The Conquest is the cream of the crop, but the NRX for some reason has always been like super popular. Then in the lineup now that's for the G Loomis side. On the Shimano side, the top of the line is the Poison Adrena, but the runner-up by price is the Expride, and so this one has just simply become a popular one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys. They should have more guys, but that's just me. You've heard a lot about this rod. It is as beautiful and as popular as you would wonder it being. I think they could have added a couple more guides on here, but that's just these are my first impressions of the rod. I've never owned an Expride before now, and I'll tell you why. I'll give you the specs on this in a minute. I have owned the Zodius rod, and I own Zodius rods, and I own Poison Adrenas. Those of you on the channel know I own both rods. Matter of fact, they're both represented here to my left in the garage here. The reason I never purchased this is because if I have the Adrena and I have the Zodius, I don't need the middle of the road when I got the top of the line, and then I have the model that's beneath this by price. So the biggest change from what I can tell, is the monocoque handle. And this, if you, here, let me get, this is my Poison Adrena. So we could take a look at the lines together. It's basically, with a few detailed examples, it's basically, I'm gonna slide that in there, up there. It's basically the same handle, as you can see there. Basically, I'll turn it sideways. Maybe I can work it better that way. It's basically the same handle, okay? I would say the Poison Adrena handle is a bit more robust, a bit more, it's got more girth to it. This is a little bit more finessey than that, but they're basically the same one. Let me put this down. So from my vantage point, there's no real upgrade here. The X-Wrap, this one, the Expride comes with the X-Wrap and the High Power X. So I have the High Power X with the Zodius rod, which I absolutely love. It also has a monocoque handle, but take a look at how dramatic that is and its difference, So, so as far as I can tell, this rod is, it is a super, super light rod. Matter of fact, let's weigh the rod real quick and see how much it weighs. Let's turn on so let's weigh this baby here. It weighs 3.8 ounces. And that's 3.8 ounces with the little piece of paper. So I'll say 3.7 ounces. So it's a very, very light rod. Handles well in the hand. The CI-14 handle is there. I'll be honest with you, I like the rod, and I'm sure I'm going to get some great performance. But in terms of any upgrades, I don't know how impressed I will be. This model happens to be I think I got the 7'3" version. This is the length is 7'2", medium heavy, and the line rating on this is 8 to 12 pound test, and the lure rating on here is 1/4 to 3/4. So, it's pretty. It can handle some stuff. Being a light rod, it can handle some pretty good work. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It will be in my lineup. I just don't know what it will do. It will be doing some, some moderate duty work, though. I'll give you my impression of it later on. The reason why I made this purchase is because I was able to get a very, very nice discount on it. I am not affiliated by any discounts or anything with Omnia Fishing, although I won't have a problem having that kind of relationship. I just don't. I do know how to make these purchases, and so far, I'll tell you aesthetically, if you have a Poison Adrena or a Zodius, I'm just going to tell you, just from looks, this will be an extra rod in your arsenal. If you don't have a Zodius, this will be a good rod to pick up. If you don't have a Poison Adrena, this will be a good rod. And this will be a good partner with either the Adrena or the Zodius in the lineup. But to get all three, I don't know. You may desire to save your money and do something else with it, get some different equipment. But the reason why I made this purchase finally is because of the upgrade. I was not going to get the Expride A. I got the Expride B. and I'm going to fish it. I'm going to see what's going on with it. I'm going to put a Vanford on it, and I'm going to put it through its paces, and along with others who are posting their results, I'm going to post mine as well. Give them the 24-hour treatment. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be moving soon. My wife and I bought a house in town, and so we're going to be moving from this location to that one. So you may not see the review until that particular one, but it's going to happen. So I want to tell you, thank you for tuning in. If you have anything that you would like to add in terms of comments or questions about this particular rod, or what you would like to see me do, because this rod is going to be a power finesse rod. It's not going to be used as a traditional ferry. It's going to be a power finesse rod. So in the comments below, give me some feedback on what you think, how you think this rod should be fished, how it should be outfitted. Give me some feedback. Until then, thank you for tuning in. And remember, do not go outside of your family's budget trying to buy any of this equipment, especially this rod right here. But by every other legal and ethical means, get out there and break your personal best. I'll see you in the next video. Blessings to you.